Welcome back to Aguamenti, and if you're new here, my name is Tony. I make videos about Wizarding World news, merch, and events. So if you're into that sort of thing, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on the next video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Harry Potter Wizarding Almanac, the official companion to the Harry Potter books. So let's dive right in. Today is release day, and what did we get in the mail? We got the Almanac. Decent packaging from Amazon. So in this video, I want to do a quick flip through and just kind of help you decide whether you want to pick this up or not. First, let's look at the title, the official magical companion to J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter books, the Harry Potter Wizarding Almanac. So we've got a couple magical items here in the front. We've got Hogwarts, we've got the sorting hat, we've got Hedwig. Let's dive right in. This is my first time taking a look at this, as the release date was today, and this just arrived in the mail. Here is, I believe, a list of artists that worked on the Almanac. Got our table of contents here. So we've got a wizarding timeline going on here. And we go to the very beginning where it says in 382 BC, the Ollivander family started making wands. And then we can see this go all throughout. And then a very noticeable point here, Harry Potter is born. So let's go to the next page. And then we end at the Battle of Hogwarts in 1998. Your first chapter is going to be about the witches and wizards who lived. Tons of beautiful art in here. So we'll just go ahead and read out the titles. Right here we have The Letters from No One, Packing for Hogwarts, Family, Friends, and Lifelong Bonds. This tells you all about Ron here. Tells you all about Hermione, Luna Lovegood, Neville Longbottom. So we've got quotes here. We've got little trivia things here. Neville's first mishaps, his wand, Bogart. So little facts about each character on the pages. Rubius Hagrid, Albus, Percival, Wulfric, Brian, Dumbledore, Draco, Lucius Malfoy, Severus Snape, Lord Voldemort, or Tom Morvolo Riddle. This section is titled Beyond the Reach of Magic, and it just has quotes from different characters. Again, beautiful art throughout this whole book. On to chapter 2, Sports, People, and Everything Wizarding. How to avoid discovery, clothing guidelines, worst kept secrets, statue of secrecy, magical beasts must stay hidden, traveling unseen, half magical villages. So much stuff in here. Everyday magic, cooking, entertainment. So there's a bunch of quotes in here and also little fun facts like gobstones, broom games. So you can read about those kinds of things in here. Here we have our little bookmark. Communication, reported news, enchanting messengers, magical conversations, charm devices, spells and signals, the dark mark. And what's really neat is, so right here we have the Almanac. But at the very bottom, you can see it says, see who has which pet owl on page 178. If you end up on a certain page and you're like, man, I really want to know more, because obviously there's a lot to know, you can go down to the bottom and see if there's another page that has more information. Wizarding news, magical means of travel. We've got port keys, apparition, the Hogwarts Express, the Flu Network, brooms, of course. Unusual forms of transport, the night bus. Here we've got a night bus page, or a page dedicated to the night bus itself, I mean. Fantastic treats and where to find them. Honeyduke's Sweet Shop, the Hogwarts Table, Fred and George's Inventions. So this is a bunch of different kinds of wizarding treats. Celebrations like Bill and Fleur's wedding, the Yule Ball, Harry's first Christmas at Hogwarts. A curious collection of clothing where we've got school uniforms, the Yule Ball, cast of characters, Weasley family jumpers, sayings and superstitions. I'm definitely going to have to come back to this page later on. Quidditch, so we've got a whole page here dedicated to Quidditch and some of its history, some of the things that happened. We've got a timeline here as well, so you can see what happened in Quidditch. All right, spellbinding spaces and peculiar places. Harry's Corner of the Wizarding World, which mostly takes place in Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales, and England, where we have all these locations, such as the Mystery of Magic, we've got Spinner's End, we've got the Leaky Cauldron. Important addresses. So you've got some addresses listed here as well. Ways through the Wizarding World. St. Mungo's Hospital, the Ministry of Magic, through the Flute Network, number 12 Grimmauld Place, Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, platform 9 3/4, and I missed Diagon Alley here, and we've got port keys there. Welcome to Diagon Alley. Lots of quotes, nice little quotes in here. The shops of Diagon Alley, and we got a nice list of all the shops here. We've got a nice, beautiful illustration of Diagon Alley as well. The apothecary, you can see a lot of potions and potion ingredients. Ollivanders, you can see a lot of different characters' wands, their wand cores, the size, very good details in here. Got a whole section on Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Number 12 Grimmauld Place. We've got some more quotes around and then little fun facts in between. Our bookmark was placed on the burrow here, and you can see Ron's bedroom, Fred and George's bedroom, the ghoul in the attic, which people who have not read the books would not know about. Hogsmeade Village, a bunch of information, a bunch of quotes, a page for platform 9 3/4. Next we have an invitation to Hogwarts. Welcome to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And these are the different ways you can get there. And this page opens up. And then on this side, ways to and from Britain's famous wizarding school. So these are all the ways people have gone in and out of Hogwarts. And this looks like a beautiful map of Hogwarts and the surrounding areas. Welcome, said Dumbledore, the candlelight shimmering on his beard. Welcome to another year at Hogwarts. Beautiful illustrations here. I'm loving this book. Next, we have an unguided tour of Hogwarts, and there's so many details in, like, just jam-packed into these pages. I can't wait to come back and just reread this in a slower pace than what I'm doing with you guys now. We have an entire section on the Sorting Hat, which is well-deserved, and I believe here we have the Sorting Hat song. We have our 4 houses. We have some information about each house and their founders. Here we have, I believe, how this sorting ceremony goes. We've got notable members, house prefects of Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Ravenclaw. Hogwarts at Halloween. Look how beautiful this entire page is. We've got jack-o'-lanterns surrounding the entire border. We've got the Great Hall here. You can see the house elves in the kitchen, and then the death day party for Nearly Headless Nick. That's so cool. All 3 layers, so cool. This reminds me of like a Where's Waldo page. I wish we had that for like something like this. That would be pretty cool. Next we have the Ghosts of Hogwarts. We've got some notable names listed here on the page. We have Dumbledore's office and information about it, some more quotes, lots of beautiful portraits hanging on the wall. Next, a page dedicated to the school year. We've got the autumn term, the spring term, and the summer term, and lots of information about it. Here we have what I believe looks to be every gift that Harry received from somebody. So you can see from Creature, from Fred and George, from Mrs. Weasley, from Dobby. So these look to be all gifts that Harry received from everyone. And in the center, it looks like we just have some illustrations on things going on around Christmas time at Hogwarts. We have the House Cup and how it works, and also how people got points and got points taken away. We've got a couple school rules. Next we have a full spread for the Marauders map. We have a bunch of professors and subjects listed here. Homework at Hogwarts, a magical collection of assignments that can only be found at Hogwarts. So we've got divination, defense against the dark arts, Runal Waslib. If you know what Runal Waslib is, let me know in the comments. Next, we've got the Hogwarts Library, and looks like we've got some notable titles sprinkled in here. Full page spread of the Room of Requirement. We've got quotes all about it. A page for Dumbledore's Army. Some information on miscast magic, Quidditch Chaos, backfiring enchantments, the Whomping Willow's victims. That should be an interesting read. Gryffindor versus Slytherin, Peeves' greatest hits. Chapter 5, Spells, Charms, and Unforgivable Curses. We've got a whole page dedicated to wand lore. So if you want to know more about wand lore, you got it in here. Our next page is about practical magic. You can see details like the invisibility cloak, casting a spell, some useful spells, and we even got a broom down here, the blue bottle, a broom for all the family. Next is incantations, and we've got a bunch of spells listed out around here. We've got a page for charms, Aguamenti right there, divination, transfiguration, animagi, potions, defense against the dark arts. This page is really cool, black and white, very nice. Lots of information here, sprinkled in, lots of quotes. On the Masters of Mayhem page, we have a bunch of info about Fred and George's little adventures and when they happened and what happened. So that's pretty cool. Next, we have magical objects that fit in your pocket, including a miniature model dragon that we've seen in the Goblet of Fire. We have information about werewolves, a page about time turners. Our next page is Magic of the Mind, and it features the Mirror of Erised. We have occlumency and legitimacy there. We have a section for the pensieve, and we have dark magic. So we've got some quotes sprinkled throughout again, and we've got a couple bits of information down towards the bottom, and we have our 3 unforgivable curses up top. And on the more happier side, we have Patronuses. Same thing, we've got some quotes sprinkled throughout and little bits of information. On to chapter 6, Ministering Magic and Inspiring Institutions. Here we have visiting the ministry, the Minister of Magic, Ors, the Wizengamot, misused Muggle artifacts, the Order of Merlin, upholders of the law. Here we can tour the Ministry of Magic, and we have different floors and what they do in each floor. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. Our next page is about the Department of Mysteries. And there's not too much here from what I see, but I guess that's why it's the Department of Mysteries. Next, we have an illustration of St. Mungo's, and we have a couple bits of information on what happens on each floor. Next, we have a page dedicated to Gringotts with the dragon all the way at the bottom there. And we have Azkaban. This is cool. Gotta come back and read this all. Now we have a page dedicated to the Order of the Phoenix and every member on it. Moving on to chapter 7, Beasts, Beings, and Botanicals. Next we have Wizarding Pets, some very notable pets in here. We've got some household pets and information about those as well. Page about dragons. Here we have a full spread for water creatures. And we also have a page for the care of magical creatures. This is a good one. We've got Hagrid's pets. We've got Fluffy, Norbert, Fang, Aragog, and Buckbeak there. We flip the page and we go to the Forbidden Forest. We flip these wide open and we see this beautiful illustration of the forest. We've got the centaurs here. We've got unicorns there. Looks like we have Grop here, or it could be just another giant. We've got the Ford Anglia there, and we've got some Acromantula here. Very, very cool illustration. Moving on to herbology, we have a bunch of different magical plants in here. Next, we have the fantastic beasts and where to find them, and you can see them all sprinkled out throughout the map. You can see Asia, the Americas, Oceania, Africa, Hogwarts, Europe, and the British Isles. Next, we have appendices, and this says it's the cast of characters in a completely debatable order of appearance. So in Harry Potter of the Sorcerer's Stone, we meet all of these characters. Then we go to Chamber of Secrets, and we meet these characters. Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire. So there's tons of characters in here. And we continue on the next page, all the way to the Deathly Hallows. On the right side of the page, we have our complete list of Ministers of Magic up to the present. We have the full lyrics to Weasley is Our King. Moving on, we have a collection of colors. We have different things that were green, different things that were purple. On the right side, we have a price list from the Wizarding World. So you can see how much 3 butterbeers from the Hogshead costs, which would be 6 sickles. And for our last page, we have a couple of Owl Post special deliveries, such as here when Harry gets his Nimbus 2000. So it says 6 large screech owls carry in Harry's Nimbus 2000, a secret gift from McGonagall. So you can read those and see what was delivered by Owl. that was special. We've got a page about the author here. We've got acknowledgements, artist credits. We've got a dragon. And that is the complete flip through of the Harry Potter Wizarding Almanac. Let me know what you guys thought about the Harry Potter Wizarding Almanac. I thought it was super cool. I'm definitely gonna take my time and read this the right way. If you wanna get your own copy, I will leave a link in the description below. And if you choose to do so, you will be helping the channel out because it will be an affiliate link. So I appreciate all of you who do. Another way you can support the channel is by hitting that like button and consider subscribing so you don't miss out on the next Wizarding World news, merch, and events. And I will see you in the next one.